Welcome to Scientific Homemaking. My name is Ashley and I am so glad that you are here. A little about me, I am a wife of 6 years and my husband and I have a son who is about a year and a half old. I am also a development scientist for a consumer healthcare company. In today's video, I want to take you on a few days in my life as we prepare for vacation. We are getting ready to go on a cruise, and I know that when we get back, I will be so wrapped up in getting back into work and getting caught up on the things that I have missed while we were on vacation that I want to come back to a clean home so that way my home can stay peaceful and stay calming when the rest of my life might be a little bit hectic. So come along with me today as we get our home clean and prepared to go on vacation. Currently, right now, and what you have seen, I am building back up my card deck system. I feel like this has a name that maybe the Home Executive or something. I don't know. I will try to write it here on the screen. It is a method that somebody else has created, and I have just kind of made it my own. I kind of combined this other card deck system by somebody, the Home Executive or something, with the Fly Lady. So when I was looking into methods of cleaning your house and kind of having a somewhat flexible routine of cleaning your house, I really liked the Fly Lady system of daily cleanings, having routines for your morning, your afternoon, and your evening, as well as zone cleaning so you don't get stressed out by your entire house. So I took those two concepts and kind of merged them together, and there is another wonderful YouTube creator that I feel like has also maybe done this a little bit as well. So anyway, I have kind of implemented this. I worked on it a little bit before my son was born, so 2 years ago, and then I let it go when he was born, and we were just trying to get through newborn life. And so now I feel like it's a good time to pick it back up. I had been trying to follow the Fly Lady app, which is a great tool if you are able to be on your phone and not get distracted by your phone. But for me, even with turning all of my phone notifications and everything off, I just struggle so much with being on my phone and getting distracted going to social media or even just responding to text that I don't have time to respond to right at that moment. So I feel like this is a really good method, and I can perhaps go over it in future videos. That's not really what I had planned to go through today. Today I just wanted to go back and get them organize all of my cards for cleaning, how I would like to, kind of according to the Fly Lady system, and just figure out what needs to be focused on for the next 2 or week and a half before we go on vacation. So come along with me as I do more of a vlog style today, talking to you and taking you with me through my home and getting it ready for a peaceful return from vacation. Oh my gosh, y'all. The 2 chores that I used to hate doing the most was dishes and laundry. I absolutely disliked those 2 chores, and I think it was because I would end up letting them pile up, I would have a sink full of dishes and a laundry basket filled to the brim with dirty laundry. And then I would hate doing those chores because it was so much to get through because I had let it pile up. And so I think the biggest change in helping these chores become a lot more bearable and way not as bad is, number one, doing them more often. Like, that always helps, right? But then the second thing was just my mindset shift. When I shifted my mindset, it helped so much. And that is a topic for another video that I would like to discuss. And so if you are interested in learning more about that, learning how I shifted my mindset and like what I did to shift my mindset, then please leave me a comment below and I will prioritize making that video over some other videos. So yeah, let me know about that because it is definitely something that I have enjoyed having that difference in my homemaking now. This week I am focusing on our bedroom, and it had gotten pretty bad, as you can see. So I am just taking today to put away items that do not belong in the bedroom, and then the rest of this week I will move on to other things like dusting, vacuuming, cleaning the windows, cleaning the attached bathroom, those type of things. But right now, and what I find to be the easiest thing to start with, is just putting away items that do not belong there, whether they belong like in the room just somewhere else or somewhere outside of the room. Just getting the stuff where it belongs. That is the biggest help and like the best place to start that I have found when I am doing this. one of my last trips to Hobby Lobby, I was walking through the yarn aisle to get more yarn for a baby blanket that I was working on. And I saw the little free hanging project idea little flyers, and they had some really cool placemats on the flyer. And so I ended up picking up the cotton yarn to make these placemats. And I got fall colors. And then when I got back home, I realized that the yarn that I got was enough to make one placemat. It was like 4 things of yarn. I always say it wrong. I say it's scan, but I think it's not pronounced that way. In any case, I did not want, that was a lot of money to make one placemat. So I decided that I was going to find a different pattern for making fall placemats. And so in a recent road trip, I completed one placemat. It looks pretty good. I will show y'all now that I have a nice fresh table to put it on. So this is my placemat. I still need to steam it to try to get the edges to lay down flat. But I like it. I think it turned out pretty good. It is a nice, pretty, like, I don't really even know what color you would call that. Terracotta, orangey, burnt orange. I'm not really sure. But I really like it. So now I am going to work on the other 3 placemats. And I am really hoping that I will be able to get them done while or before, or like finish them while we are like traveling for our vacation, because I would love to be able to come back home and put them on a nice neat table that I have cleaned off, because my goal is to be able to keep our table clean until we go to vacation, and then have it be nice and clean with pretty placemats when we get back. We will see how that goes though. Thank you so much for stopping by my little piece of the internet, and I hope that I will see you again soon. Bye, y'all.